Good morning, welcome back to our next English language class. We have the third lesson, pronouns. Pronoun and its different types. What do you mean by pronoun? A pronoun is a word used instead of a noun. Pronouns is a word used instead of a noun. Like in our textbook we have, pronouns are words that are used in place of nouns. Pronouns agree with the nouns they replace in number and gender. So, simple words we can say pronoun is a word that is used instead of a noun. For example, Hari is absent because Hari is ill. Look at this sentence. Here, Hari is being repeated twice. Hari is absent because Hari is ill. It does not look good in the sentence. Names are repeated again and again. So instead of that, it is better to avoid the repetition of Hari. So Hari is absent because he is ill. We have replaced Hari with a pronoun that is he. There are different types of pronoun. Personal pronoun, reflexive pronoun, emphatic pronoun, indefinite pronoun, relative pronoun, demonstrative pronoun, interrogative pronoun, distributive pronoun, possessive pronoun. There are 9 types of pronouns. The first one, personal pronoun. What is the first one? Personal pronoun. In Hindi we say Purushvachak Sarvanam. So what do you mean by personal pronoun? Personal pronoun are used in the place of names of people and things. They are used in the place of people and things. If a personal pronoun is the doer of the action, that is subject of the sentence, it is called a subject pronoun. If the pronoun receives the action done by the subject, it is called the object pronoun. I, we, you, he, she, it. They are called personal pronouns because they all stand for the 3 persons. The person speaking will be the first person. The person spoken to, that is second person. The person spoken of, that will be the third person. In a sentence, like we have 3 persons, like the person speaking, the one who is speaking, that will become the first person. The person spoken to, that is second person. The person spoken of, that will be the third person. Now I am continuing with the next kind of pronoun, that is possessive pronoun. Possessive pronoun. Atiga Vachak Sarvanam. Here possessive pronoun means the pronoun which shows the possession or ownership is called possessive pronoun. What do you mean by possessive pronoun? The pronoun which shows the possession or the ownership is called possessive pronoun. For example, when you say my, mine, hers, yours, ours, etc. These are all possessive pronoun. So, for example, like if you say we bought 2 hats, or the books are ours, this book is mine, it is my pencil. All this will become possessive. It is showing a mera hai. So something, it is showing possessiveness, possessive, ownership of something. Next one we have, moving on with the next one, that is reflexive pronoun. Reflexive pronoun, Nichvachak Sarvanam. So that is reflexive pronoun. So what do you mean by reflexive pronoun? It represents the action performed by the subject is on the subject itself. What do you mean by reflexive pronoun? It represents the action performed by the subject is on the subject itself. I hope it is clear to you. Simple way I am telling. Reflexive pronoun means it represents the action performed by the subject is on the subject itself. Self is added to my, your, him, her, it, and selves to our, them, your. You know it. So, for example, I looked at myself in the mirror. I looked at myself in the mirror. Please help yourself. The students solve the problem by themselves. All this shows reflexive pronoun. To the singular words like my, your, him, her, etc., you add the symbol self, S-E-L-F, and then to the plural ones, our, them, your, it becomes selves. Sentence with reflexive pronoun. Some examples. I hurt myself. Here myself become reflexive pronoun. They hurt themselves. Themselves will be the reflexive pronoun. Next one is emphatic pronoun. So continuing with the next one, emphatic pronoun. That means an emphatic pronoun is that which is used to add emphasis to the subject of the sentence. An emphatic pronoun is that which is used to add emphasis to the subject of the sentence. These are used to emphasize the action of the subject. Emphasize give something emphasis on the action of the subject or the noun. Difference between reflexive pronoun and emphatic pronoun. There are some difference between reflexive pronoun and the emphatic pronoun. What do you mean by reflexive pronoun? They are used as objects of the verb when the action of the verb returns to the doer. The subject and the object of the sentence are the same person. I hurt myself. That will be the reflexive pronoun. I hurt. Here I is the subject and it is speaking about himself only, like I hurt myself. So the subject and the object of the sentence are the same person. That is in reflexive pronoun. But in emphatic pronoun, they are used to emphasize noun or pronoun. They are used to emphasize noun or pronoun. She herself opened the door. She herself opened the door. That here it becomes they are used to emphasize a noun or she herself. I myself. They themselves. When you say all this is become emphatic pronoun. Next one is interrogative pronoun. Next one we have interrogative pronoun. The word interrogative shows some question. The pronoun that are used for asking questions is known as interrogative pronoun. The pronouns that are used for asking questions is known as interrogative pronoun. For example, what, who, whose, etc. So, sentence with interrogative pronoun. Who is there? Who is there when you ask? The word WHO, who become the question word here. So it becomes an interrogative pronoun. What do you want? When you say what, that is a question word. So it become an interrogative pronoun. Which are your books? Or whom did you see? Here on all these sentences, the question words become interrogative pronoun. Difference between relative pronoun and interrogative pronoun. Relative pronoun, it is used to connect clause or phrase to a noun or pronoun. It is used to connect clause or phrase to a noun or pronoun. A man who lost his wallet could not buy his groceries. Here it is the relative pronoun. A man who lost. The mother who lost her son, or the dog who lost its mother. When you say like this, it becomes a relative pronoun. But here in interrogative pronoun, it is used in order to ask a question. Who is Mohan? Oh, what is your name? So here all these words like WHO is used for asking a question. Who is that? But here in a relative pronoun, WHO, the word who is used to show. It is used to connect the clause or the phrase of a noun to a noun. A man who lost or the dog who lost its puppy. So here I hope you are understanding the difference. The next one we have relative pronoun. Relative sambandhvachak sarvanam. That is, a relative pronoun is one which is used to refer to nouns mentioned previously, whether they are people, places, things, animals or ideas. Relative pronouns can be used to join two sentences. These are the relative pronouns. Just now I told you who, whom. Like just now I told you I, the person who lost. When you say, it becomes relative pronoun. Sentence with relative pronoun. This is the place where we met. Here where is actually a question word. It is interrogative pronoun. But here in this sentence it is used as a relative pronoun. You can choose one person, whomever you like. Whomever. The word whomever becomes a relative pronoun. Same way, he who hesitates is lost. He who hesitates is lost. That means here WHO, actually it is an interrogative pronoun, it's a question word, but in this sentence, these kind of WH words are used as a relative pronoun. Demonstrative pronoun. We have the next one, demonstrative pronoun. Demonstrative pronoun indicates the object that we try to describe or to tell you the specific distance. Demonstrative pronoun indicates the object that we try to describe or tell you the specific distance, near or far, of the object. For example, near means we will say this. Far means we will say that. Here, this is a book. When you say the book is somewhere on the next veranda somewhere, then what do you say? That is a book. Or this is a bird, or that is a bird. Simple things, we learn this in smaller classes. To show near and far, we use singular this and that. In plural case, we use these and those. Sentence with a demonstrative pronoun. This is my book. These are my books. Simple examples. I hope it is clear to you. Moving on, we have the distributive pronoun. Distributive pronoun. Distributive pronoun, the pronouns which refer to the person or things one at a time are called distributive pronoun. The pronouns which refer to the person or things one at a time are called distributive pronoun. They are always singular. For example, neither, either, each, none, etc. The pronouns which refer to the person or things one at a time are called distributive pronoun, and they will be always singular. We have the examples here. Each took it in turn. Each took it in turn. Neither of the girls was late. When you say neither of the girls, we are talking about one single girl. That's why we are using was there. Otherwise, we have to say were. Neither of the girls was late. Either of you can go. Either of you can go. Here these words are used as singular words and distributive pronoun. Next one, indefinite pronoun. The next type of pronoun we have indefinite pronoun. In indefinite pronoun, sometimes the pronouns used in a sentence do not refer to any particular thing or person. They are used in general way. Such persons are known as indefinite pronoun. For example, all, anyone, anything, everyone, everybody, everything, nobody, something, nothing, someone, none, etc. So sometimes the pronouns are used in a sentence do not refer to any particular thing or person. They are used in a general way. When you say somebody is coming or everybody have to go, all these, for examples we have, nobody can help you in this issue. When you say nobody can help you, we are in a general way we are saying. We are not specifying about any person. Did you ask anybody to come? That means किसी से भी पूछ सकते हैं. That's one. Did you ask anybody to come? Somebody has stolen my watch. We do not know exactly who took away our watch. So in a general way we will say somebody has. In the class we always say someone took my pen or somebody stolen my book. All these things are the words that we use as indefinite pronoun. So thank you. I hope it is clear to you.